Fear not the dead, rather the living. Welcome to Phantasm Paranormal. My name is Dave. Tonight's feed is going to be about the Bullock Hotel in Deadwood, South Dakota. The hotel has a connection with me, but I won't talk about that until we get to the reincarnation episode further down the road. But right now, I'm not going to be able to respond to any of your questions or comments because I'm using OBS software, Open Broadcast Software. With this software, I can show you video, play audio, give you screenshots, show you pictures, and all kinds of other neat things that the regular Facebook live feed cannot do. So after this feed, I will start another one where I can answer your questions and your comments. So let's get started on the Bullock Hotel. The Bullock was converted from a warehouse to a 3-story hotel shortly after a fire in Deadwood in 1894. It is also where I was killed in 1898. But I will talk to you about that in a future episode about reincarnation. The hotel was built by Seth Bullock and his business partner, Saul Starr, in 1894 at the cost of $40,000. Contrary to popular belief, Seth Bullock did not die in room 211 at the hotel, but at his home at 28 Van Buren Street on September 23, 1919, at the age of 70. Seth was a Canadian-American hardware store owner, sheriff, and U.S. Marshal. Between 1991 and 1993, the hotel was remodeled to recreate the original atmosphere and decor and to keep the original floor plans as much as possible. The former 63 rooms were reduced to 28, which resulted in some rather unusual rooms with odd shapes and angles, and it created larger versions of some of the original rooms. This is the entrance that we went in on that day that we went up there. And to be honest with you, I didn't want to go in. But we went in, and for a strange, unusual reason, I knew exactly where to go to register for the hotel. After we registered, we started walking upstairs to our room. They have an elevator, but it was out. It was getting repairs done to it, so we had to take the stairs. Before we started up there, though, I turned on my recorder because I had this feeling like I was surrounded by spirits. And I'll play you the audio that I got while going up the stairs. We're in the hotel right now.
Yeah.
There was some EVP in there that I really didn't catch at the time. I was in a hurry, but you might have heard it. After we got into our room, Leslie had to go to the bathroom, so I started putting a few things away and getting situated. I heard muffled voices of two men talking, and it was coming off from my right side. And what was strange about it, on the other side of that wall back there is the outside wall. So I grabbed my phone and I took a picture over in that direction. And I got these two orbs up there by the ceiling. When the talking ended, I took another picture. Now there was only one orb in the room. After Leslie came out, I told her about it. And while we were standing there getting ready to go out to dinner, we heard a little boy say, "Why?" Leslie and I looked at each other because a voice was inside the room and came from over by the bed. You can see a little boy standing there along with a woman in front of him by the window. As we headed outside to go find a place to eat, on my way to the door, I felt a sharp pain in the middle of my back. It was a sharp burning pain. It felt like I got shot. So I turned around and looked, and the only person I saw standing there was the guy over by the slot machine. So I took my phone and took another picture. Later on, I noticed there was a cowboy, a shadow of a cowboy, standing off to one side. And in the original picture, the big picture, you can actually see him standing there holding a gun in his hand. When we got back from dinner, we went upstairs. Leslie was pretty tired, so she wanted to lay down for a little bit. And I was doing some other things, getting some things ready for an investigation that night. And all of a sudden, Leslie said, David, look." And I turned around. There was an orb up over the top of the bed. And Leslie was laying there, actually looking at it. I grabbed my phone and took another picture. And you can see the orb at the top of the picture. She got off the bed, and it appears that the orb shrank. It got smaller. And I couldn't figure out why it would do that. That night, the hotel holds what they call a ghost tour. And they walk you through the hotel and they tell you all about the sightings and all the supernatural things that have happened in the hotel. We started off downstairs. While the woman was talking about the tour, I just kind of wandered around a little bit and took some pictures. You can see the orb in this picture. Now, what was going on? Everybody was standing in a group. Okay, they were all standing close to each other, and they were taking pictures across the other side of the room. Well, while they were doing that, Leslie and I stood back, and we took pictures of the group, because we figured that the orbs, the spirits and stuff, would be either behind them or over the top of them. And we were right. We finally made our way upstairs, and the woman over by the door with the black dress on, she was our tour guide. Fantastic gal. She knew all kinds of things about the hotel. And again, everybody was standing together in this big ass group, and we stood back and took pictures. Well, you can see 3 orbs in this picture. 4 orbs in this picture, I'm sorry. One over on the left side of the door towards the top. One in that closet. One over by the door to your far right. And one that's just barely in the picture on the far right, about 2/3 of the way up from the bottom of the picture. Again, everybody taking pictures in the same direction, looking at their phones and not paying attention to what is really going on around them. Leslie and I stayed away from the group and took pictures over in their area. And all of a sudden, the shadow man came through that door and into the hallway. Nobody was paying attention. Everybody was looking at their phones or looking the other way. And Leslie and I, we couldn't believe our eyes. The Bullock Hotel is a very fascinating place. It's a great place to do a ghost hunt and a great place to spend the night in the hotel. It's like there's something always going on there. You just have to pay attention. You have to not really get involved in the group. You have to stand back and you have to keep your eyes open. Watch for what's going on around you. But anyway, that's the end of the Bullock Hotel. What I'd like to talk to you about now is our next feed is going to be about Phantasm Paranormal. I've had a lot of people ask me why I got into investigating hauntings and everything like that. And I'm going to tell you why. And part of it has to do with my reincarnation. Part of it is falling in love for real love for the first time in my life. And, well, I hope you stay tuned to it. Come and join us for that episode. After that episode, there's going to be reincarnation, where I will tie the Bullock Hotel and why I started Phantasm Paranormal. Our original name was Paranormal Investigations, but a few years ago I changed it to Phantasm Paranormal. So, like I said, after this feed, I will start another feed so I can answer your questions and see some of your comments. So, thank you for joining us. I look forward to seeing you again.
You're ready to come back and see us, aren't you? You better be. We need you. We gotta have you. We depend on you. Come on back and see us. The feed is over. Sleep well.